We'll settle. All right, so we're at a very important spot here for Bitcoin. Some of y'all probably aren't in Monte's corner, so you haven't seen this before, but basically I had this up here where we would reject, and we got almost exactly to it. This was our support. I called this swing failure pattern. This one was over the weekend. I missed this one, but this is kind of what I said I'd mapped out when we were, I think, right here. It's kind of what I was looking for. We didn't get up high to test this untested 4-hour deviation. I can turn my voice up too. Hang on. How's that? Better? Let me put the mic right in front of my face. But we didn't make it up here, which that would have been. I guess just at the golden zone, just through it. Break that, we would just continue up. But we've since started coming down. Now that we're under this big area, I mean, we need to basically get moving right now the other way, you know, long, if we're going to actually hold this level. Fake out, bear trap, get above. If we break this, first stop is, I mean, we may pause here, but I don't see us bouncing and then, you know, creating something that would get us above this. I think we have to get to the red here, but ultimately probably this is going to happen. I think a lot of people are waiting here. And I've been looking for 48.5 to 50. So there's just a lot of air in here. You see, like, once it gets down here, tons of lines, tons of different stuff, and that's where you see we bounce, and ended up holding when I wanted to get a little bit lower and even down here. So, important level here. So that's why I started the stream late, because I shorted it when it hit up here. Total 2. So this was all-time high back in May for alts. We almost got it retraced, and we got it now, but now we've fallen back. What we need to find out is this a bigger structure? It's going to do something like this, right? Then you're going to have your 3-wave into support, then take off, or are we just going to come to here and it'd be a running flat, right? You got your still your 3-wave move, but you got your expanded B, your truncated C. So I'm not 100% sure. This is a daily order block right here. You can see we bounced on it, popped up a little bit more on divergence, right? All of this is on divergence. So that's why I've kind of been hesitant. Also, all you see on Twitter and all that are lever up. We're going to, the next 3 months are going to be outrageous. You're going to make so much money. And I mean, in bull markets, yes, everyone makes a lot of money. But I don't know. Big players getting in, you know, billionaires, where normally the big players are crypto people. And so I don't know. I'm certainly weary of a flush, I guess, to get all the levered people out that think they can just make so much money if they're long in here, right? Because they just think, all right, here we go. Right, I'm levered up. Here we go. My $1,000 account, but I've got $1 million order, you know, filled. Let's go. That doesn't work. So right, this is that daily order block. I need to turn it to red now. So we hit our head on it. So now, are we going to hold in these levels? You know, these are daily levels I'd already marked out. So this would be where are you at? M open. There you go. Monthly open. Uh-oh. Already under weekly open. I think I have a daily open. I do, right there. All right, so daily opens here. We popped up into resistance, nuked it. Haven't retested weekly open yet. All-time high hasn't been retested on the hourly, and daily open hasn't been retested. So but that monthly open was over here, and we've pumped since, right? And basically this disgusting looking formation. Typically, you know, these are the vertical accumulation. This one, however, has dropped. So this is where we need to be careful. So we did hit median here, so that's good. You can tell it's active. But support, 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 resistance on strength. Push down, hit this, but now hitting our head on this. So are we going to consolidate here? Maybe even come down here and consolidate here? And then try to push back up in our parallel we need to get above is that one. So I'll put orange because that's the one we need to get above, right? That's our headache now. Obviously, because this is calculated by TradingView, things are going to be off because it's not actually an asset you can trade. So this is definitely not the time to be buying this dip, right? I would wait to see some type of confirmation. Are we going to get back above this level here that's been support, right? Because currently you can see it's just resistance. You've got value area high that we just dropped by. POC. Losing that, well then you've got value area low and this daily. So if you lose this again, especially now that you've got this 15-minute order block right there. You lose that, lose this. I mean, you're coming back down here. Lose that. Then we got some room we could really fall. All right, let's just say the monthly open, 16%, 222 billion. That would get CT in a frenzy. What's up, Mark? All right, so we tested POC here, just very quickly. All right, so hopefully you can see what I did. Right, so the blue macro is this entire area, right? All of this since we broke up here. The tighter one, the manila colored, yellow, whatever you want to call it, is just from here. I guess this area there, since we were in this range. So we've got two value area highs, a close POC, a macro POC a little bit lower. So if we lose this, that means we're now accepted back into this range. Right, and we lost this upper range. Lose macro POC, and you go to value area low. All right, we could. Lose that. Things start to look not too great. Right, this point here was just beginning of October, so less than a month ago. All right, there's monthly open down there with that. That's not been tagged, so that might be a good area. Right, and then that would do, like I mentioned, kind of what bullish crypto does. Running flat to make you think, oh, here we go, we're nuking. Everyone's bearish, looking for, right, golden zone of, I guess they'll probably use that one, right? They'll be saying, all right, here we go, we're going all the way down here. And then it ends up stopping here and they don't know why. And we really need to get above 70 here. Right, above 70 is where you can really push. Getting rejected by 70 on the weekly. See, this one's good. That's what you want. This is the monthly. Right, so this could just mean that we're going to consolidate some more, where the monthly says, hey, we bounced and we're looking okay, but that's on a monthly, right? Monthly could come all the way back down here. Well, probably not down here, but you know, down in here before it's over, before it says, before it breaks back down into here. Daily. Accelerating, turning down. So this is where we need to really pay close attention, right? If you're balls deep and you're made a lot of money on this run up, and you're because you don't want to have made money here and then give it back because it comes back halfway. You want to take some profits at resistance and get back in at support. So we don't really want to lose this anymore, right? It's an hourly and it's been tested right here. So now you really want to break that one. Joe, you're talking about this white dotted line right here? I've got a bunch of them. So, but you're talking about the big one? I could see 5%, but I think everyone is trying to buy 55. I mean, so maybe that works. I think this is where you start to get people to clinch. So this one is a Monte fork, so it's a pitchfork. I don't know which one it is. So that's this. OG pitchfork, which I've changed some of the deviations in here. I've made some of them bigger, so like 0.25. See how that one's thick? The 50 is the biggest. Median, of course, way up here. Outer solid. So then this will be 0.75. And you can see how it has been relevant here, 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 and now this is why it's so important. Hit our head here, above, rejection. So now, holding under this, right? That's, unless it's going to be a fake out where it spends a day underneath it and then the next day it comes up, right? Then retests and takes off. But you can see how it's been relevant here, there, right there. Then of course we went sideways out of it, got back in, that's when we accelerated. Bear trap out, back in. So that's the Monte fork. It always looks crazy, right? You're just like, holy shit, like how can you even pay attention to that? But when you're paying attention to it on a 4 hour, which is what I normally keep it on, right? So I was actually looking for here. We got that depth, but we got it over here. But I wanted to touch this. We were here, push through. This was a shift. And same thing, and this is probably a 0.75 or 0.25. Maybe 0.5, there you go, 0.5. So it's a big one. If you'll see orange ones here, that means they've not been tested on the daily. So wherever those are at, they're orange, and I pay attention to those more than I pay attention to the white. But on the 4 hour, you know, I don't know if I would have, I mean, I didn't buy this. You know, you'd think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Well, the more times it tags it, effectively it should weaken, right? Each bounce was less. So I was thinking we're going to either get here, maybe even quick move down here and then back in. We didn't get it. But once we got this move, then you're looking for it to hold this one, break through. It did. We have not retested that line yet, so you could come and look at that over here. Well, that's 47. And the outer edge, right? We didn't get the edge over here. Maybe we get it over there. I don't know. It seems like an awfully long time. Because that's December 10th. But that would satisfy my hitting the outer edge of the OG. It just did it higher, and so it took more time. This one was orange because we didn't retest it, right? We came under, we retested it for a second. On the weekly, we went right through it. And so I was looking at that. We ended up getting above, but now this is where we need to pay attention to. We need to hold this. If we don't, look at all the air. All right, I've got all these other things in between here, but that fill it up. But these are what I've been keying off of for the big levels. You can see just basically how price flattens out. So now we're looking to get above this. So that's why I think we're at a very important juncture. I've posted this in Monte's corner before. All right, this is Bitstamp. Same area, same pitchforks basically, but on this one, I have everything taken out but outer, right? Outer ones and medians. So that's all there is. There's no 50s, there's no 0.25 or 0.75. And we've got above this, right? We got above it over here. We distributed. Once we hit this median, that's when it started to go quick again. So we popped above. We want to hold this. Currently, we're under it, fighting to get back, right? We've got the daily there. So now we're fighting. Bulls are trying to stay above this. Because if not, per this, what's directly beneath this, all the way down here at 49. And on the 4 hour, it's not been tested once it broke through. Support support, broke it, resistance, broke it. Where's the support, right? Is it safe? As Sam would say. It doesn't matter if it tests it here. If it would have come down and tested here, that would have sufficed. But because it didn't, I could, it could test all the way up here. I don't know. I just look for things being retested. If we bear trap here and we come back, hold, push off, then I'm looking for median up here. Right, because that was our last. Right, so you can see right here where we fell from. Right, we were above it, distributing, fell, retested it, rejected it, and that's when we big candle down underneath this one, fell down to the next one. So now if we hold this, I'm expecting up here, wherever that is. But if it went straight up today, 80,500. If it took weeks, let's say Christmas Day, you get a little treat. Santa brings us $90,000 Bitcoin. Right, so we could this, maybe then we come back and test this. Maybe we come over here. Then we come back up. Then we could come back down again. Eventually, if we break this, retest it. Right, then you're looking for, there'll be stops along the way, obviously. But per this chart, now if we adversely come through, retest. Here, of course, we could go back up or retest. Strong push down. Retest this. Then we get the, oh shit, what's going, we get the move that Sam talked about down to the 25. I've got an untested median down here that this couldn't make it to. On the daily, we're untested. That's why it's orange. So could it stop here? Sure. Have a double bottom. Right. You lose these. Then we're really SOL. That's 20. 21. Then you're looking at this parallel that COVID low held. I really wouldn't want to revisit this ever at this point, unless it's way down here. Right, so that's why a lot of times I post, and then you may not hear from me for a little bit, right? Because, I'm not going to, some of my charts, right, I'll have deviations, but some of these things take weeks to develop before I'm like, all right, if you've been in this, now's the time to kind of start to clinch a little bit, pay attention. Up here, there's really nothing to do yet, right? You could sell here. I could say, hey guys, sell. We may come back and retest this. But like 48K, I wanted 48K. We didn't get it. Now we may get it, right? Once we swept the highs and changed this narrative of straight up. Oh shit. Now maybe is this a big flat? Is this going to be an expanded flat? Is it going to be a running flat? Oh shit, this looks three wave. Okay, so now you get people talking. You get both sides. You get bears, bulls going, okay, well, shit. Right, you can say this was a 3, 4, and then some ending 5. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3. Oh shit. That's where markets get you. You got to have somebody on the other side. So now we've got that narrative of, okay, well, crap. This one I've posted a few times. This is I've got 2 of them on here actually, but it's just a linear perfect pull I have from way down there, with the deviations in it. But this one has seemed to respond the best. I know you'll see an 8618, 7618, 7618, 6618, because I've got 2 different ones on here. One's here, and then I've got the one here with all the deviations. But you can see how this 8618 has been resistance. There's your bull trap, right? We're up. Oh, right, great. Came back under it the next, well, actually it's 4 hours, so daily didn't even hold above it. There you go. So now resistance, support, 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 support. Bam, broke it. So now this 56 or 59,690 is now our headache that we need to get above. I've added in this other one just because it's an alternative perfect pull, but you can see how it's somewhat relative. So I think I posted this in chat and I said, if we're going to start to roll over, these are some areas I'd want to look at. And typically I look at 4 hour on this because that's where you'll see, for me, a decent day trading hold. All right, this one lost it, came back above, now held it. Probably like to come up to here and retest this. Could get above, but then ultimately lose it. Right, so if you're on the hourly, that's where you can get these fake outs. Like, oh crap, I shorted, I got stopped because it closed above it. Then it actually faked me out. So So this looks fairly good. This is hourly, but 0.25, 50, 0.75, you can see how it's relevant. We're holding 0.25 right now, but here's our resistance right there. So when this gets back to there, that's going to be our resistance. So if we push above, tag this, come back, hold this now, that's where we can start to push above. I don't have any indicators on this one, so on the hourly, right, so divergence 15 minutes pretty prominent right now. Right, we're just going sideways, maybe even a little down if you, right there. So it looks like we could push up a little bit. I don't foresee it necessarily coming up and just ripping. It could certainly, right? This could just be accumulation underneath resistance. And then we get accepted back in and it just takes off. But I suppose it could still be this. Right? There was the Monte pool 50 target, right? So this could technically, I guess, be done. Then we come up and get my untested 4-hour, right, that I wanted here. Then you could have this C wave that is nasty, 1618. Actually, let's do this. There you go. 1 to 1. Then that gets us down to the area I was looking. That would probably be the best for alts to hold because we're not going to lose these areas yet. Come up here, retest these. Yeah, so I'm not using that one. I'll use this. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or we're just in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're in the 4, one more down, and then come up. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we come up higher. All right, so 50's right at weekly open. Monte pull 50 in golden zone with all-time high, previous all-time high. Then you've got the Monte pull golden zone with today's daily open. Right, so if we go to a 4 hour, this wick down to POC that we had here real quick is not there. So I would say that we could retest this pretty easily and it'd be completely okay. I wouldn't say that's tested when we got here. It did test it to push higher. I wouldn't say it has to hold there, because you can just remove that and say, well, that was moved down and ultimately this was the low of this move, because that's where the candles are. The candle bodies, I guess. So I'm not getting rid of any spot yet. I've got my XRP from 88. If we drop, I'll have to check it, but all right, so it came down to 95. I got in at 88 right here. Right there where when we came back, which I said on stream where I would come. And here's where I said I would I've got some requests that I need to do for members first, but if you're not a member and you're just in the Discord, right underneath where you just chatted, there should be a $sign. And you can tip whatever you'd like to, well, at least 15, because that's what we've got. Nope, not that one. There. For non-member requests. Or you can join our Halloween special or become a social member as well, and you can request in our channels. It's definitely not ideal on XRP. Right, we finally lost this pitchfork that we've been holding, and now we're rejecting that deviation. Man, look at that. Held it, held it, held it, lost it, and then yesterday's pump up was the retest of this deviation and the outer. Yeah, we've got a Halloween special going on. Let me get the... It's in our Discord in the welcome section, but also I'll pin that. There you go. That's if you want to become a educational member, we've got discounts. So it does look like XRP is a little heavy here. Daily crossing over. So maybe I will get this area down here retested. Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna get sheep for you, Ethan. Yes, Queen. Hello, Queen special. All right. These are all my different variations of charts. Shows different things that I can quickly glance at. So this one is actually pretty cool. So I've got channel here. Looks like alts are popping. I just got a notification. I guess it was just Adam. Adam was popping. So let me go back to this. So basically a channel. It's a fib channel, but I found, went on low time frame and found the bottom. It wasn't the wick. It was the fifth wave. And then up here. And I've got it bold, of course, but you can see it's just a big channel. All right, you can see how kind of hovered over. So it could be a little bit better, but at the same time, it's reactive at the upper. We get above, push up resistance, accumulate into it, pop above, hold. Running flat, so it didn't make it down there. Pushed above, but now, as we top out, look at that. All right, so this is the 4 hour. Nuked, bounced up, consolidated along it. Once it accepted it, pushed up, got above the median, red's median. And that's where I wanted to come to 48. Right up here, I wanted 48. It would not get through this to get to 48 before going higher. What it did was hold, go up to test that. So now we've tested it here. Are we going to come back to it? I would say yes. If we come back to it because it's already tested, are we going to hold it? To be determined. All right. Let me do. Crap. I'm not going to be able to. What is this? All right. Because Chrome is not signed in, I'm not going to be able to save them because I've got so many computers and logged in. So I can't manipulate it like Sam can, but I can use it. This was Joe F with Rune, and then I'll get with Wonka on ICP here in a minute. You did share correctly, and I could save it if I was logged into Chrome, but because I'm on the application, for some reason I can't. When I save this, I'm not able to open it in the application, and it'll log me out of everything and turn on my charts white. So I'm not going to do that. I like the perfect pull. It's certainly reactive. 2618 has been really good. Tagged it over here too. So you've got OG. What I would do too, Joe, is put, try shift, modified shift, and even inside and see what those give you. Right, you may have some that show some different supports. I was looking at Rune earlier. Where your perfect pull, you had, I believe, here to here. I had from here to there. Same result, really. I mean, because this was a 2618 on yours and it's a 618 on mine. A little bit variation I've got right on top of a 1618, but I think you had, I don't know, you had value area high chilling there. Your 5618's at 18. So that one worked out for you up here, and I didn't have anything up there. So that's where it's a bit of a, what is it? Right, which one's the right one? I don't know if there is a right one, but y'all may have seen the server I was talking about. They were having exploits down here. We had pushed down 75% already, 78%, right? It came up here, and then they had another exploit where it looked like, A, B, C down here, and everyone's like, all right, here we go. And then it came again, even lower. Well, once you figure out how 60 days, so 2 months, this thing went 86% down. After 240 days up 6,500%, then you went 8,500% down, right? $21 to $3. All right, so that's where I was saying in the server it's probably a good buy, but they did have exploits. But I mean, for me, the chart, what's it going to do? It's going to go 90% in 2 months. I mean, could have, I guess. Just buy more. Do I think it's going to do this? No. Bitcoin had exploits. Ethereum had exploits. It affected them short term, but ultimately they were better because of it. They were able to fix it and continue working. So this is mine. I've got us holding a 1618 right now. And I think $50 next target. And I think I've seen Hove on Twitter with the rune chart at 50 as well. I don't necessarily see. How do we do? Well, it did, I guess. You see how perfect it tested this one, right? Support, support, resistance, support, bounce, hold, get through the -1, and then test it literally perfectly. .01 off. 5.119, and then it's 512. It's pretty precise. All right, once it did that, straight up here, retrace. And this is where I would well, no, because it's lower there. Yeah. Actually, daily the low is here. And that would get you a 50 here. But on 4 hour it was still there, so I won't. That's close enough. They could have just front run the 50. There you go. Influence that you want right there. Boom. Straight to the Monte pool golden zone. So that would have been through there, almost to the Monte zone there. $382, right? Hit those and came back to get the 382 of the bear pull. Held it, pushed above, and now you're accumulating in the resistance, which is good. What you don't want to do is lose it. So, I mean, ultimately, it looks really good. POC, not really tested, so I don't love that, but value area low is good. But still in resistance. Currently not the greatest look, but yesterday's candle was not engulfing, so I'm not too worried about it. It ended up holding the daily. Right, it came under it, but it held it by close, and this one's trying to fight as well. So I think good. Hang on, you had pitchfork, and I wanted to show you. Right, you had OG. Yeah, it looked like that because you had the outer one. Currently hitting our head on that parallel. It was resistance here after being support there. So that's where we need to get above. Get above that one. Then wherever we test that will be another buy for you. We could come all the way up and then test that sideways and push up. But here's where I was saying shift, right? Look. You can see how it's active because it daily candle pushed above. You can see the reaction that lost it, fought it, got above but hit the perfect pull and rejected. Same thing here. It's fighting here. Modified. Somewhat reactive, I guess, but you would have caught this. Inside's played it pretty well. If you lose that, you may look at seeing how it reacts on this, because it hasn't tested on the daily again. All right, good chart though. I like that you've got POC value areas on it. Perfect pull. Add in some different pitchforks like this to really help you see what it's doing. Kind of like I showed on Bitcoin. All right. Wonka. ICP. So, I mean, this move here, we sweat the lows. Value areas are simply fixed ranges. When you see I use the tool that gives us, and I put value area low, value area high, POC. Value areas are basically just where volume's been traded within an area. Sheep pushing up again. What a shit coin. Good lord. Get out of here. All right, so you're thinking come back down here again. Maybe, but it swept. Swept the lows here. We've got support over here, so we may come back. Right, come back down into here. I don't think I think this wick will not be taken out, so let me show you. Hang on, guys. All right, so just algos and, you know, just I guess pulls for me. I've got the value areas on there. Right, Mark, this is what I'm talking about when I say value area. I get these ranges right here and then I mark them. And then I expect price to react to them. You want to buy value area lows, you want to take profit at value area highs, or short. Especially if it's a big range. So here, we're under POC, so I guess we could value area lows down here. So that would suffice for what you wanted with creating a new low. But remember, I don't play with those wicks. Those wicks are not there to me. So we don't have to. What price can do is come down, right, down to here. And then you would have 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, and right, and then we start off this way, and line chart would look like this, where you've got your fifth wave down here for completion of the C, but you didn't create a new low, right? So if you were waiting right here with your order to create a new low, you wouldn't get filled. If it were to go all the way down here, of course you would. But I always look for these, because these liquidation moves, a lot of times, maybe 75% full, that everyone's waiting for something to create a new low, right? Because everyone says, well, when it creates a new low, I'm going to buy. Well, markets don't work when everyone does the same thing. So I would be looking for some type of movement to get close, and then you buy in here and make sure, right? I guess you could wait for an algo or something. I don't know if there would be one. I guess we could use the one I'd used when I sniped this morning. Right, so maybe it comes down and tags this really slowly. Doesn't create a new low, but gets close. Then you see a move here. Then you see this 1-2, right? So then you would be looking low time frame. You see a move that looks impulsive. Then you can buy there with a stop loss, you know, under this low here, under the algo. But don't be on the 1 minute, right? You may have to wait till right there's your move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABC. May take a day or two to see it. Oh, look, there it is. All right, hang on just a second, guys. We're having something delivered here. My wife can't get the door, so just a second. I'll turn the music up. Y'all can chill. Oh. Music paused while I left. How about that? Perfect timing. All right. All right. So was perfect timing, wasn't it? I leave and music stops. I said, "Are you still listening?" There. Turn it down just a bit. All right. So man, okay. So Coinbase value area low has not been tested at all. We just lost POC that moved, so I need to move that up here. Value area high, kind of rejected it. I wouldn't call that a rejection yet, but full pull here, right bottom to top. Look at where that's chilling, right on top of the Monte zone, 7418. So I'm trying to see how these fibs react to this pull. Monte zone, it held it, rejected from it through 382, 50, 236, perfect, 50. Once we lost 382 again, it nuked. All right, so I don't hate that. It's right there in the Monte zone. That would get us a new low. Uh-oh, hang on. So that divergence was broken just now. All right, so getting the movement there, just lost the weekly on the 15. It pushed right at the end. Did y'all see that? How right at the last minute of the 15-minute, it pushed to lose that weekly. So then it closed underneath it. So that's something you look for. Now we may push a little bit, but to me, it pushed purposely to lose that. So now I'm going to watch and see if it starts to reject there or here. I'm going to be a straight degen, and Sheev is out of control, and I can't help but try to short it. Y'all bear with me real quick. Ethan, I'll get to yours, but you'll be able to see kind of how I would start this. Where did it go on first? Because I know there's a lot more price action. I guess is it Uniswap? Where was... Or was it listed first? This... Where the hell is it? I'm so lost. God, it's so ugly. Bologniacs. That a boy. Boom. All right, hang on. I'm about to be a degen and short this rocket. Because that's a quick move right there. Yeah. All right, hang on. All right, so I shorted it there at the 4618. I think it 12 value is $12,200. So I'm not going 100K short on it yet. I'll short again, another 10K here. Who's that? 10. So hang on. Funding on this dude is negative 0.25%. So whales are, in my mind, starting to short this, right? They're getting retail all kinds of in it, and they're using their liquidity to build massive short positions and get paid on funding. My liquidation on this account, if it continues to go, would be up here. So hopefully it doesn't go to 15,618. It's another 500% today. All right. What craziness though, man. Holy cow. Man, if it was, I would quit. Like, I would just quit trading. Because, I mean, but why trade? Just fucking long meme coins. And just ride retail massively and you're make bank. Why learn how to trade? Like, that would frustrate me so bad, but I mean, Bitcoin's starting to dump. Yeah, so there's 15-minute retested here, starting to push down. So we had a previous monthly naked point of control. It's already been tested, right, when we went through it earlier, but now I'd like to see what happens here. There's a monthly and then a weekly. So we're coming into some support. So the -1 here is holding it 2618, 618, 618, perfect 618. Regain the 1 again and just straight moon triangle. So whenever this finally finishes up, that should be the completion of this wave, right? It may just be 1, 2, 3, but there we go. $500 profit, $400 profit, $300, $200, $100. Fun. All right, so I need to go to higher algos for this one. All right, so you see these clusters, how these reacted, you know, all of them reacted at some point. You had -1s hits, you had 50s hit here, right? Spike down to the golden zone. Once we got through the golden zone here, the bear pull, pow, right up to 1618, consolidate, near all-time high, pop out. But now you see this cluster here, 19618, 4618, 2618, and then there's a -1 in there as well. That's something you should look for, right? Doesn't mean it can't get above it, right? But then you'll just start to look for more confluences. You've got some here. Got more confluences here. But look at all this. Gonna have some headaches. So where would I look to potentially take some profit on the short I just did and look for a retest? If it's done here, right? It can always be done with a fifth of the third, have another triangle and kick up again up here. But I mean, retail is buying this like absolute. I'm sure someone's making a TikTok right now, dancing around. You know how much money they made. So this is what you saw in Doge, right? Everyone, oh my God, it's 62 cents. It's going to $1, and all of a sudden, bam, 20 cents, 19 cents, and now it's just been chilling at 22, 23. So this is what you want to see for the final leg. You don't want to be sitting here saying, I'm going to buy some of this shit. Oh, nice, fast lane. 45 minutes ago. How the fuck did I miss that? I don't know how I missed it. Thanks for telling me that, Rex. Sorry, Fastlane. I'll get to that. I've got 3 Bybit accounts, so hang on, let me short it on another account. Yep, so look there. 3 minute. I already retested it on the 3 minute. Have not retested this one, so that's 82.68. 26.20 hasn't been either, but 82.68. If it comes up to get me, great. If it doesn't, I'm already in for 450,000 between two accounts. So, and on Bybit, it's 450,000 times 1,000. So I think that's like 450 million short. All right, so this is what you want to see. You want to start seeing engulfing candles on certain higher time frame. All right, so 10, 15 minutes, that's how it starts. Yeah, there's some decent volume selling. Some decent volume selling over here into that algo. So you could be, and these all look like 3 4s, right? 3 4. completion. So that could be right there at the top, V reversal. Bitcoin is starting to increase. Wi-Fi coming into a 6 month, 3 month, and monthly. Break that, lose this. I'm looking for yearly open. Macro POC down here, 24, basically 23. So it could get ugly. My order's right here, 82. So that's right at the 4618 in the Monte zone, Monte zone 50, Monte pole 50, sorry. Who knows? It may create a new high, right? Who freaking knows? Tough to call tops on something with this much volume, but these are the signs that you start to look for. Exhaustion, straight euphoria. This is also Poloniex, so they're not the most, I guess, the best exchange to base what the hell it's going to do off of, especially on 3 minute, right? This would be more of a 4 hour. So in 25 minutes, another 4 hour candle will close. So what we don't want necessarily is 4 hour close above this. We'd want to potentially pierce above, but then reject these fib areas on the 4 hour. All right, so I got filled on Bybit because it was off a little bit. Because I did 82.50 on Bybit. It didn't reach it on Poloniex, so. Shorting this isn't for everyone, obviously, because unless you're just doing tiny amounts, because your account balance will fluctuate like crazy. If you don't have the account or risk management to allow for the fluctuations, I mean, let me just see. Right, so since the drop, that was a 14% drop. Each candle is a minute. Right, so then the bounce here was 10%. So literally think about Bitcoin moving down 14% in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes, moving up 9% in 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes. So that's how volatile this thing is moving. It doesn't look like much. Right, it just looks like, oh shit, there's a massive move. But when you really zoom in there and look, it's nutty. The moves are insane because the volume's so high. All right, so we had an engulfing 3-minute rejection of these. But low time frame. We got to wait for some higher time frames too. Right, so if you're day trading this and you're just using these fibs to buy and sell back on, right, you could do that. It's a good swing. Granted, you know, if you're trading Bybit, like I said, I was filled before we got there, so it's off a little bit. So you're gonna have to worry about that. You're not gonna be able to put perfect numbers and get filled perfectly. You may front run you, it may miss you altogether because it's different. I'm only using this one because it's the perfect pull, right? Because it's the beginning of its history. Alerting here just in case it gets there when I'm not looking. But I do have an order sitting at this one. All right. All right, so shows we could potentially get up here to this outer. Sometimes it even comes up, right? And then you come back in and you retest it there. Then it does the final fall. So now I go through, once I've done, find some decent pivots for the pitchfork. I look to see, right, so I did the low. And because this is the low for me, right, because the candle's there, I'm gonna use that. All right, and so what I look for is reactions on, all right, this is the median, obviously, reaction. Once we got through it, we took off. You can see a reaction here. We tapped it up. Once we lost it, we rejected it sideways. Came back, test, lost it, down we go, and sideways, basically. So it looks like it's good. Up, rejected, in, retest, up, come back, test, perfect, up, retest the median, 4 hour, closed above it, right? Still went up, but closed above it. So anything beneath this, based off that candle closure, is an implied buy, right? Because it closed above. So for me, that's holding this level. So anything below is a buy. And unless it faked out, right, where then it dumped back down, sorry, I was just reading your No, Joe. Weekly OB is holding so far. Tagged the bottom twice on 5 minutes. So I'm guessing that's Bitcoin. So now we can come down. I like the way this is reacting on the 4 hour. So I like this pitchfork. Median there. Perfect. So what we would prefer to see, since I'm short, rejection here, lose this, retest, right? In 15 minutes, we've got the 4 hour candle closure. What I'd like is to be under this on the 4 hour. Because remember the candle closure held here? Well, I wanted to lose this one. I wanted to essentially be a rejection. So the perfect sells were up here. Assuming this is done. I bet you there's a ton of sells at 10K. So I might need to front run at 9,800. All right, hang on. So this is what you want to see. This is the kind of shit you want to see on Twitter while you're shorting an asset. The flippening is here, right? 1.4 million followers. They're saying the flipping in is here. We're here to take over. Swag, euphoria. This is not where you buy, right? This is where you sell everything and wait for the dust to clear. And this is going to happen on, you know, every coin, every cycle. Maybe not to this extent, but this is what you look for, right? When you're messaging your friends, oh my God, have you seen this? When your friends are messaging you who aren't even in freaking crypto, right? Everyone wants SHIB, right? Just like however long ago they wanted Doge at 60 cents and 50 cents. And now those people are still sitting there going, well, hell, I should buy SHIB, right? SHIB is the new Doge. If it just goes to a penny, I'm not calling you out, Ethan, I promise. If it just goes to a penny, well, I'll have, you know, $400 million. Okay. Right, so look how close it is. So they're actually, their goal is to, you know, flipping. They want to be the #1 dog coin. Well, Doge has not moved. It's actually down. So probably what's happening is these dudes are selling this and buying this and then nuke this, and then they're going to say, no, we're the real Slim Shady. All right, but look at these two. All right, so how long did it take Doge to get to a penny? Let's look at the supply. 131 billion. So market cap 4.8 billion, right? All right, no, that's volume, sorry. Market cap 31.5 billion. Okay. 394 trillion 796 billion tokens. So to say this is going to get to 0.01, right? 1 penny. That's a 4 trillion market cap. Look at our current market cap in total. 4 trillion. So those that are saying, oh my God, Shiba to 1 penny, don't understand math, because that coin alone would be almost double everything, right? Bitcoin, it would be 4 times bigger than Bitcoin. It would be 10 times bigger than Ethereum. It would be almost double 13,000 cryptocurrencies. And that's what everyone's saying. If it just goes to 1 penny, just like Doge did, right? Because Doge did it. Doge started out really freaking low. True, it did. Right? It was at 0.001. It did. That was also 2014. All of our Shiba holders, they've been out this long, right? This is 9 months. So let's just say right here. Look at how long this accumulated over here. Had a massive cycle sideways, massive fall, right? So this was 0.01. So that's the first time that I hit a penny. And then it retraced all the way to 0.003. So it fell 65%. Then it went sideways for 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. Then it took off. But everyone thinks Shiba is going to do this in this amount of time. That's just not how it works. Right? October. So August 8th. So 14 months. And look at this. You got one cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Massive fifth. To me, this thing is done. Market cycle over. So sorry if I'm rambling here. Hopefully you're learning something from it, but I mean, overnight, look, volume $500, 0.00000000001, and all of a sudden, boom, the next day, 23 million volume. Where's best to trade Sheep? Bybit. We've got a message me on Discord, and I'll get you a referral link, and there'll be something special that we're doing for those that are using our referral link. So just give me a shout. But if you're an American, I'm not gonna say it out here, but I can get you, I can share some information with you on how you're able to do it. And you can use that however you'd like. And troll. One day Filecoin. It's only been an hour, you know. Just let him. You don't instantly text the girl back, right? So let her sit. Wonder why you're not texting her back. Then do what she, you know. Come on. Yeah, shoot me a message. I guess you say Demonley. I know how to get you registered anyway. Alright, so that was the old Monte. Not me anymore. Alright. Filecoin. Hey Mark, are you using Coinbase or where are you trading Filecoin at? I'm guessing this is one of the oldest charts on it. December 17, that's pretty old. Once the market makers are out, there will not be enough liquidity. There will be, it's going to be massive drops. But once they pull the liquidity, you're going to have some wrecked TikTokers. All right, I guess this is probably the oldest one. So for Filecoin, this is the perfect pull that I had. This is ugly. Terribly ugly. Just low liquidity. But I use this initial. Remember how I did it. I guess just that from here to there. We fell down. Golden zone was resistance. Once we gained golden zone again, instantly pop, right? Boom. Once we got over the 0 line, over the 236, through the 618, through the 1, straight to 1618. Right? So that was, somebody bought the hell out of it. Surprised there's not a ton of volume there, but potentially still low liquidity, right? So no sellers, just pop. Somebody bought it. Then you start to have this retrace. People's eyes come on it, so that's when the volume comes in. So this is basically my rubric now. Distributed above 1618, fell down. We had tested 236 here. Didn't really test very well. That's when we came back. Deviation pulls. All right, so those look pretty good. Resistance, support, 50. So this is the 38.5. And you can see consolidation underneath it, popped above. So now what I'm looking for, I don't really want to lose 50 again, right? Because we already tagged it perfectly over here when we dropped. If we're going to lose 50 again, look. All right, so I'm thinking this is a B and this is the 5, right? 3, 4, 5, A, expanded B. A, B, C, 4. And then this whole thing here is your 5th. So that's the pull. There's your algo. You can see the 0 line is relevant. Oh, there it is. 50. So it would be your Monte pull 50. Boom, golden zone 50. Oof. Man, it's freaking ugly. Shoot me a message in Discord. Just DM me. Mark, are you looking to get in this or are you already in it? Yeah, now Bitcoin's moving a little bit. There you go. So what I'm guessing there, I will get back to you, Mark. If you've got a current account, you don't have to close that one. Just shoot me a message. You don't have to close an account. So what I think here on Bitcoin was that, I don't know if that was a 5 yet or if that was a B and we're going up fast for a C. Right, so you've got 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, potentially up to here. Then you get the continuation move down here. We'll see. Engine, I can take a look at that one briefly. This is ugly as sin. It could be close to a bottom. I finished another Skeeler music, so I have to start a new one. You're in at 45. I mean, all right. So let me just take this part. Ooh. Okay, I like that. Ooh-wee. Sheeb. So I'm up 1,300 on one and 1,200 on the other. I'm down 1,100 on another because I shorted a little early. All right, so what I think is going to happen here. Shot in the dark, but because this is pretty, right? Just how this reacted with the fibs. So what I was originally thinking is, hell, maybe it makes a new low. I don't think so, just from the way it reacting to these fibs, but it's ugly. I have no idea what this would be. But on 4 hours, so you see how on 4 hour it comes down perfectly into here. You would have to create a new low under this on the 4 hour. Because this wick was so perfect down here already, I think I would look for a move back down to 7418, so 53.25 basically, but it's going to be a slow move. I mean, I think something like, all right, just something comes down and it tags here, but on price action of the 6 hour and the higher time frames, if you went to line, you're going to have your new low, but you will not have a new low under this or under this. Right, I'm looking right there. And so if you're trying to add more, you could do that with the stop under this one, because that would invalidate my thought, I guess, because I just don't think they're going to sweep these. People may think they are, but that's why they get left behind, because people are waiting for those to get swept, to get in. So that would be my play. And I will trade this on FIMX, but 53, 22, 50, I mean, let's just say alarm 53.50. I think it should be slow, so it creates that price action under this that gives it that new low. I use an inside pitch on the local correction. I guess this one, right? No. this way. Oh yes, nookie nookie. Where'd the 4-hour close? Above it actually, so it closed here. So that's not what we wanted to see. So, I mean, it still looks really good, but ideally we would have this massive wick above and be rejected here. Because now I think we're going to get up in here and come all the way back up. All right, so I'm closing 50%. All right, so I just closed 50% of what I shorted up here across the board. And that was 727 on one account and 821 on the other account. Now when it comes back up, it could still keep nuking obviously, but algo tag from the Monte pool, I don't want to watch it go all the way up here, create a new high without taking something. So I'll keep the rest. Add back if looks good. If I wasn't streaming, I would have taken 100% profit and gone long with a stop at the low. Because then just back up to there is 18%. So I mean, I could make with the stop loss, which I didn't have a stop loss on what I shorted. With the stop loss, I could have done much more percentage, right? So I could have made potentially 5 to 10K on 17-18% move, maybe more, just depending on what the risk was. But all right, does this make sense though on Filecoin, like what I'm expecting? So this is the inside pitchfork I used. Maybe you're using the same one, I don't know. But if it is, it did tag the Monte zone, and then what you want to see kind of is just slow meandering here. Maybe even get up to here and then slow down to right in here. Test the outside of this, and then you want to see impulsive move out of it, right? You want to see bigger candles engulf all of this, get into this 65 at 58, and then I think we're good to go. So that's my thought. It looks good. I've got my alarm on it, so if you alarm it, give me a shout in the server, and I'll give you my thoughts on it. Engine. I'm not going to do a full one on this, but that's really all you need to see, I would think. What up, Peter? All right, so tagged value area high. Did we sweep it? No. So we didn't sweep this one. We swept that one and dropped back yesterday. I mean, this much consolidation looks like a triangle. $200 days sideways. And I say sideways. After an 81% drop, it's certainly not sideways. Especially if you're in it. Your account did not go sideways. Well, there's a lot with Engine, right? It's a gaming coin. Steam just banned, games with NFTs or cryptocurrency in them. So there's a need for a platform, I believe, kind of what they do. So if you don't have any and you want some for a longer term hold, then I don't see an issue with it. So these are basically the same. Same again. All right, so this is fine. -1 is certainly active. So I think, high time frames, it looks good. It's coiled up. Right, no divergence really. I wouldn't say that's divergence. It's breaking out of the 70 on the daily. Weekly, it's got a lot of room it can run. You've got third wave look, right? So 1, 2, 3, presumed triangle, so 4. Biggest strength here. Right, so if you're on the weekly, you'll be looking for a double top here or less strength, but that's a ton of room it can run. So on the weekly, you would not want to lose this. Monthly, I would say, is probably this one. All right, so the rejection held the weekly. Briefly under on the hourly, but instantly back above, looking decent. So if we're going to continue to drop, say this was an A, B, we've got a C coming, I would look for the monthly at 169. But then to get out of here, you don't want to trade underneath that. So that's my thought. Then I would look for 2618 maybe. I mean, if this is a this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I would say that's decent. Monte pool style. And then you've got a bit of a confluence right there. So at least for a target, right? It could keep going, right? Who knows if that's not considered extended. 3,400%. After 700%. There you go. One 618. Held the 1 triangle. There's from E. There you go. Cornfluence. All right. Let's see what else I've got. I've been streaming 3 hours now, so Oh, Ethan's also got TRX. Just to save some time, Ethan, if you're still here, I'm not going to pull yours up because I've got a TRX. And I'm using Binance. You're using Kraken. Am I blind? Is it just USD? Hello? US dollar Tron TRX. I haven't had breakfast or lunch, so I'm going dumb, I guess. It's literally the top one. Holy shit. All right. Herkider. Uh-oh, looky, Bitcoin. So, if that was the, like I talked, A, B, C, spike, sweep. Now are we going to be impulsive 1, 2, 3 down to the... What's the best way to put funds into Bybit? USDT, but use the Tron network. It's a few pennies. That's the way I've done it. Don't do Bitcoin or ETH or anything like that. You'll pay too much. Y'all are killing me. Keep adding to my plate, so that I'm just gonna have to go quicker. Looking good, looking good. Do we have a winner? Looks pretty good so far, so I'll tentatively hold that one. This is a tough one because these dumbass wicks. Hang on real quick. I'm going to make my screen big so y'all are not going to see all of it, but I need to look at this. I don't mind that one at all. All right, so see how I did this one off the daily, I did this one off the weekly. Well, then look where there's confluence areas, right? They're a magnet for either consolidation or a quick tag before I move off. Like this one up here. You've got two 5, 6, 1, 8s. Actually, no, you got a 5, 6, 1, 8 and a 3, 6, 1, 8. Same way here. Above, tag, tag, lost it. And now you're consolidating around it. Likewise down here, a -1 and a 1, 6, 1, 8. All right, so I think I like this one. Forward. that looks like it's working pretty well, right? I'm just riding it the whole time. Lost it for a second. Maybe in here, Ethan? I don't love this. I'd have to probably dig in longer. I could quickly do. What a buy that was. Perfect. There, so golden zone, golden zone, golden zone reject. So if I had to take a guess, Ethan, I'm saying there. It's not terrible. So maybe widen the range a bit down to the potential wick down to that inside median. Let's see. That's right there. Median's right there. So yeah, I mean, that's about as good a confluence I can do. Fibs aren't great on this, unless maybe I do this Monte pull and it goes to the 618. Swing failure pattern, the low here, be in the high probability area, 15618. You're looking for targets. I mean, I don't even know. If you can get above this, you've got the algo here at $1. It just depends on how it acts in this pitchfork. Maybe it'll reject the outer side out here again. I don't know. You kind of stumped me on that one. Who knows what it'll do if Justin Sun starts announcing his announcements again. All right. I really got to speed up. I'm giving myself 15 more minutes. My screen was off the whole time, wasn't it? My bad. Now y'all can see it all again. I should have yelled at me. I wasn't even thinking that I took it off. So hopefully you got something out of that. All right. Trade Diva, you're asleep, but Crow, which is crypto.com to the dollar. Monte, perfect pool. I guess you're looking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Expanded B maybe? I don't love that 3, 4. I'll get to your question here in a minute. D-bag. All right, so crypto.com. Yeah, of course, Elliott. Goodness. It's like a serpent. Loch Ness monster. And this is, y'all giving some tough, perfect pull ones, even though with all the history. Maybe we just have to go with that, because I don't like anything else. All right, so Rita, you had an area of 13 cents to 11.6 cents. So I've got macro value area high at 15.5. I wouldn't want to lose it for more than a day or two, because then you're accepted back into this range. But that's a lot higher than you're looking. This 382 is in the heart of where you're looking. And your target is 45 to 56, and here's 50 basically, so that's good. So I'm just using daily line because this wicks are nuts. Yeah, so it's another 20% down there. So ideally we hold here. Because if you're down to this here, that's 40% drop, and that's more than I am expecting, I guess, on alts. Two. So maybe A expanded B, C, so pull would be here. That's area for a third. I would just look in here, Rita. I would look for a reaction right in that area. If you lose it and you start trading under, then yeah, I don't know where. I mean, because POC was like way down there. Maybe 11 cents like you were looking, 382 before a move up higher to 50. All right. Give me a shout if you've got any other. I know I kind of went quick through that, but all right. Two more. 8 minutes left. D-bag question about trading BTC alt pair versus alt fiat. If one just trades Bitcoin alt, so I'm guessing you're thinking alt to Bitcoin, so like SHIB BTC or ETH BTC, all it's doing is just accumulating more coins back and forward, right? Yes. So if you're trading ETH BTC, you're basically trading your Ethereum for Bitcoin to make more Bitcoin or make more ETH, whichever one. But if you're holding one in, US dollar, it can it can fluctuate based off of what that coin is doing against the dollar. So if you don't care about USD, then that's the way to do it. You just build your coins. That's the way when I started trading, that's all you could do. They didn't even have USD except for Bitcoin USD. I've gotten away from that now. Just as a trader, you care about your capital, I guess, not shit coins, because I've gotten up, I don't want to lose coins. Well, Bitcoin, I guess, if you're doing cycle plays, you want to get more Bitcoin for down the road. But for now, just day trading, you care about dollars. So if you get more coins and crypto is still in a bull cycle, can't one just keep trading alt Bitcoin to accumulate until near end of cycle and convert back to fiat? Yes, you can. It's more difficult though, because you're constantly watching two assets on what it's going to do. And right, so if Ethereum is about to come into a 618 bear and you're holding it, and Bitcoin is coming into a 50, well, you would want to sell your ETH into Bitcoin and then hold Bitcoin. But then you got to, if it breaks the golden zone on the ETH, well, then it pushes lower to the golden zone on Bitcoin. Well, then you want back to the one that's going up still, but you're at resistance. So it's just tough, for cycle plays, it can work. For day trading, it's really tough unless you're just in and out. But a lot of Bitcoin, alt to Bitcoin pairs look really good because they're been accumulating, been knocked to hell, and now they're creating bases, which could take 6 months to a year, but eventually those are going to come out, just as we came out of USD, right? And I'm talking more like down here. All right, accumulation from down here. This is COVID low. Accumulation all here. All of this. Oh, hey, I already did Tron, so perfect. I just noticed this was Tron. So I think with what I gave Ethan, it was like 7.7, I think. Yeah, 7.2. And that's literally right here for you. So that works. And I think my very first one was up here in the 8s. But I think based off some geometry, I like this down here better. Hi B-boy. Last one. Okay. Looking at BAT. I like this one. That was easier to find than some of the others.
Sleep, I'm clean, zone. Can't forget that I'm golden. Can't forget where I'm going. For popo, police, enemies, fake homies. Can't forget that I'm a hoes. Better act like you know. Coco, Celine, Tiffany, she loves. Ain't concerned with who was. Can't forget that she was. For popo, police.
Jeez. Liquidity sucks. I don't think we have to go back here. I kind of like where it's at just based off of eyeballing levels. Maybe a sweep of the lows. What I was looking at was just based off holding a daily level. Right there, basically. Alright, so that you see it pump through, test, lost it, rejected, pump through, test, lost it for a second, pump back through, and now retest. So that's what stuck out to me. So you can see it online. So you can see there. If it does want to go again, I'd look here. Yeah, but it's already been tested here, so. All right, 3:30 or more now. I know I went into Bitcoin and shorting Shiba and Total 2, so I didn't have to do that, but I thought it might help. Y'all just know if we lose this 58,750 area, there's really not much between us and these lower levels. See you, Zafar. Have a good day. Yeah, so there's the weekly order block that we're tapping. So I didn't have that turned on, but that's what you were mentioning earlier. We held it for now. We lost the hourly that we had tested. We tested it again, but lost it. Tested it again, so if we're still being pushed down, which it looks like we are, I wouldn't expect it to hold again. If we start trading in this OB, that's when I think this starts to increase. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for allowing me to come on a little later. Hopefully it's not middle of the night for some of y'all. I am going to go eat lunch. It's 4:10, so y'all be good, and I'll get back to these DMs that I see here in the next couple hours. All right? Y'all have a good day. We'll see you later.